folks, and welcome to welcome to the relaunched Patreon. That's what we're going to be talking about here today. And what I wanted to do is just wanted to talk to you guys really about why I have decided to relaunch the Patreon and what the focus of that would be. So as you may know from recent videos, I received a Tesla Model S rear drive unit, and I have been working on designing a open source logic board to enable that drive unit to run. Now, it seems as if that has generated quite a bit of interest. So much so, in fact, that in the last few days I have just been donated this piece of kit here, which is a Model S P85D front drive unit. I've also been given a charger and some other bits and pieces. And I think that certainly the reason that I've been donated this part is that the open source nature of the designs that I'm doing has appealed to the party involved. Now, that being said, I just want to be very clear that what I'm doing is not by any means the first. I'm not the first person to spin these motors. I'm not the first person to make them run, certainly not. And that's kind of not where I want to be saying, so I just want to be very clear about that. But what I am doing that I think is a bit of a first is I'm making the information available in an open source manner. And I think that that's to the benefit of everyone involved, because it should be able to allow me to give back to the community that has supported me for quite a long time, and has basically now made it possible for me to work on this next level of electric vehicle drivetrain components. So with that being said, I have thought about this for a while now, and I have decided that I would relaunch my Patreon. Now, for those that don't know, Patreon is kind of a platform that enables members of the public, viewers of YouTube channels and so on, to make financial donations to people that are working on projects, building, making content, all that sort of stuff. And I ran one of these, they call it a campaign, about a year ago, and it started off really well and ramped up to a point that I believe at one stage I had something like 100 supporters, and it was a bit of extra money for me to put into the builds, put into the projects. And I was able to, even the camera that I'm filming this on was purchased through funds donated by viewers. But towards the end of last year, it started to kind of backtrack. And I felt at that time that it wasn't really fair on the people that were continuing to support me if I had no realistic hope of reaching the financial goals and reaching making the kind of projects happen that were based upon reaching certain financial targets. And I cancelled it, and I made a video about that, just basically explaining that I didn't think it was the right thing to be doing. Now, with this stuff, I think there might be a kind of a better way. So I have basically reached a point in my life now, and anyone that's been watching recent videos will kind of know that I've had some health problems, and you know, I was really badly stressed out there the last few videos. So I've now reached a point in my life that I'm going to have a lot more time available to dedicate to these associated projects, which is really great. And what I want to do is I want to ask for your guys, for your help to make all of this stuff happen. And I want to be able to fund the development of these logic boards and components, and bring them to a point where they work, where they can be released to the community, and whereby people can use them in real world builds to basically make cars fast. And just, I suppose, one thing, and that's really half of it, because as I say, there are solutions out there to make all of this stuff work, and they work very, very well. But to me, I think there's a limitation there, because my BMW 840 Ci EV conversion build that I did, I used the Siemens 1PV 5135 induction motor, and that mated with the DMOC 645 inverter was, I believe, rated to 80 kilowatts of peak power. With the modifications that I made to the DMOC, again using open source solutions, I've pushed just over 130 kilowatts into that motor, and there's probably still more to go. So I don't know what these components have. I mean, I know what some of them have on a spec sheet, and I know what particularly the on-point dyno Lotus Evora build has used one of these rear drive units, and they got something in the region of 450 horsepower. But I think there's more in there, and I think there'll be a certain appeal to the motorsport community to be able to push these components far beyond what they would have been designed for in a road vehicle application. Because don't forget that a manufacturer has to warranty their vehicle for a certain time and a certain mileage, and if these motors were really operating on the very edge of their capability, well then they'd be getting replaced far too frequently. So as well as that, it's not uncommon in motorsport to push engines, transmissions, drivelines, all of that stuff way beyond what they're normally designed for, just to win a race. They may slag the components in just one lap, but it gets them past the finish line. So there may be applications for that kind of a design to work with these and similar components. So anyway, guys, not going to drone on for too long, but I just wanted to make a slightly longer video. I had to make this really short video just for the whole Patreon intro thing. But I wanted to kind of explain to you a little bit better where I'm coming from with restarting it, with the work being done on these components and so on. So that's it really. I hope you will support me in this endeavour. There'll be links in the description to the Patreon page and to my GitHub, where all the information will be available. Most of all, I hope you're going to enjoy it, and yeah, I think we can kind of make this thing work out. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you're going to enjoy it. I hope you'll support me in this and future developments, and we will see you in the next video when we've got some motor spinning and other design and investigatory type things going on. So see you next time, folks. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and do visit that Patreon link, and see you next time.